What's up YouTube, Silver Dragons here, and in this video I want to talk about the gold to silver ratio and how you can use this as a tool to help you decide whether you should buy gold or silver. So let's do it. Thank you so much for watching my video. I do sincerely appreciate it. I have the gold to silver ratio, or GSR, pulled up here on sdbullion.com, and it's bouncing around as spot prices move throughout the day. But right now the ratio is sitting at 80.5. And what this means is that if you had silver at spot and gold at spot, no premiums attached, you could trade 80.5 ounces of silver for 1 ounce of gold. So this is a tool that will help you understand the value of silver as it is compared to gold. So if it goes up, let's say it goes to 100 to 1, this would mean that silver is becoming more undervalued or a better purchase. And essentially you can figure out which one is a better buy based on the ratio. So let's look at the all-time here. And I think this goes back to like 1992. Yeah, so I guess this is, 91. Well, it's over 30 years that they have on here. But the low we can see was back in 2011. This is when silver hit its all-time high, and the ratio went down to around 32. So it only took 32 ounces of silver to buy an ounce of gold. So as you can imagine, at this point in time, you did not want to be buying silver because gold was a much, much better buy as compared to silver, right? And then we saw the high back in, when was this? 2020. There we go, 119. So at this point in time, silver was a much better buy than gold. So my general rule of thumb is that if the gold to silver ratio is above 80, then you want to be buying silver. If it drops below 60, then you want to be buying gold. And if it's in between 60 and 80, then you can buy a combination of the two. Now that's just my general rule of thumb. Now if we look at the natural ratio, or how many ounces of gold is being mined every year as compared to how many ounces of silver is being mined every year, currently, the ratio is about 8 to 1, which means silver is coming out of the ground, yes, more often than gold, 8 times as often, but this ratio is much lower than the actual gold to silver ratio we look at when we're looking at spot price. I mean, we're at 80 to 1 when we look at this ratio here. So there's a big difference. And if it ever corrects back to the natural ratio, well, silver is going to become a lot more valuable. I mean, 8 ounces of silver to 1 ounce of gold. So if gold was at, say, $10,000, that would mean silver would be at $1,250 for each ounce. So $1,250 for an ounce of silver, $10,000 for an ounce of gold. That would be the natural ratio. So that's just something to think about. I mean, could we ever get back to that ratio? Perhaps in some sort of an economic collapse or something like that. But I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Obviously, there's a lot of manipulation when it comes to precious metals, and we'll save that for another video. But let's look at the ratio when it comes to physical metals, because this is just the paper ratio, what we're looking at right here. So if we want to look at physical metals, let's go to Doc's Deals, and we're going to find the cheapest silver and the cheapest gold, and then come up with our own ratio. So this is actually the cheapest silver in 1 ounce form. We're going to keep it even. We're going to say 1 ounce of silver and 1 ounce of gold. So right now it's $28.11 for an ounce of silver, and let's find an ounce of gold. I think the cheapest one is going to be this first one. We're looking at 1954. So let me pull up the calculator here. Okay, 1954.56 divided by, we'll do 28.11, and we're looking at 69.53. So this is the ratio when we look at physical precious metals. And it's around 70 to 1. So if you were wanting to buy gold right now, I would say it's actually not that bad of a buy. As I mentioned earlier, if the GSR is over 80, then I'm stacking pretty much exclusively silver. If it's below 60, I'm stacking pretty much exclusively gold. With it being around 70, then yeah, gold and silver both are a good buy right now. So if you want to, you can at any point in time go ahead and do this for yourself. Just find the cheapest silver and the cheapest gold and make your own ratio. And I think that's actually a better way to look at it, because when we look at just the GSR as it pertains to the spot price, the number can be a little bit skewed. But spot price is not the price that you pay for precious metals. There's two prices, right? There's the spot price, and that's basically the paper value of silver or gold or whatever you're looking at. And then there's the stack price, how much it costs to actually obtain the physical precious metals. And the stack price is basically always going to be higher than the spot price because of premiums. And when we have high demand, well, premiums go up and they can go very high. So that's just another thing you need to be thinking about. But one thing that we did not talk about today that I do want to mention is the price of platinum. Let's sneak on over here. Platinum is under $1,000 right now. And I actually recently did a poll on my channel asking if people stack platinum, and here's the result. 13% of people said yes, they do stack platinum. 87% said no, they don't buy it. So this is really interesting. Seems like not a lot of people actually do stack platinum, but if you were to look at the platinum to gold ratio, platinum is actually about 2 to 1 with gold. It's 2 ounces of platinum to get to 1 ounce of gold. So here's the price. It's around $1,900, and then platinum $928. So around 2 to 1. And with a 2 to 1 platinum to gold ratio, it kind of seems like platinum is a decent buy. I mean, I'm not suggesting you go out and spend a bunch of money on platinum, but if you have none in your stack, you might want to consider picking a little bit of it up. Here is the cheapest platinum I could find. It's the 1 ounce platinum kangaroo. It is $1,059. So we can do the same thing we did with the gold silver ratio, figure out the real platinum gold ratio. So we'll take that gold bar. It was 1954, I believe. And we will divide that by 1,059. And we're going to get 1.84. So it's not quite 2 to 1, but platinum still is a decent buy right now. I mean, if we look at the historical price for platinum, let's see, if we go back to all, at one point back in 2008, platinum was over $2,000, and now it's under $1,000. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not super big into platinum. I'm mostly a gold and silver guy. I like to stack the monetary precious metals, right? Gold and silver have been used as money for thousands of years. Platinum, not so. But anyway, some people look at the platinum gold ratio, but the silver gold ratio, or I guess the GSR, is much more commonly looked at. I like to look at the GSR to decide if I should buy gold or buy silver. I hope that this video was helpful to you. If you have any questions, feel free to put those down below in the comment section. I do want to say a massive thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next one. Silver Dragons, out.